everyone, welcome back. It is time for our wrestling review, the only wrestling review of the week. The Headbanger El Phantasmo joining us. Hopefully, maybe one day he might join the show. That would be awesome. Ninja Mac, hopefully, if you're listening, join the show.
Ninja Mac versus El Phantasmo.
Good job you're doing so far in the Best of the Super Juniors. Let's just say that. You're having a good showing, and I really enjoy that. His matches have been all bangers.
Yeah, shout out to New Japan, but maybe don't just do the English commentary for one episode.
Yeah.
Thanks.
But go watch Ninja Mac versus Doki. Oh, that match was a banger.
Yeah, there's a few good ones out there in the streets.
But we are not talking about the Best of the Super Juniors. We will talk about the Best of the Super Juniors when we do wrestling. Which one is it? Dominion. When we do Dominion. I'm thinking don't talk too many D's. But no, tonight we are doing Resurgence. Right? We are doing Resurgence tonight from Ontario, California. It was a New Japan Strong event. We'll get right into it. First match, again, Johnny Quest, I think it was, or something like that. Adrian Quest against Matt Vandergriff.
Johnny Quest. Yeah, this match exists.
They're really pushing for Matt Vandergriff.
Yeah, let them do it.
Surprisingly, on the pre-show, Mustafa Ali against Lio Rush.
Can I just say something though?
Best pre-show match of the year.
Best pre-show match maybe of all time.
It was
fucking really good.
Because Lio Rush has been in 7-8 months? He's been out for a while.
Yeah, and it was a good comeback for him to fight a guy who's between New Japan and Impact when he's also between New Japan and Impact.
Yeah.
And I don't know what.
And he came out. And maybe he's been hanging out with Jonathan Gresham.
I think it has something to do with it. I think they're going to end up as a team.
A tag team? Okay, I'll take that. Just don't spit in your hand and put it in there.
What's the name of that tag team? Two short black guys. Anyways, we
Black
digress.
Ink.
Fucking good, bro. Shut up. Who are you? Hey, this man.
Book me. You need a new booker, TNA. And the thing, too, is normally they don't, but this time he came out with the X Division Championship.
Yeah.
They made note of that.
This was not a match for the title.
No, it was not. But I think it's setting up something for the long run.
But this was a good, decently long match.
Yeah,
for a pre-show.
They gave it 7-8 minutes for a pre-show match. And the fact that they had it on a pre-show.
They went hard, too. It was not a joke.
No, it was a really good match. But Mustafa Ali does win. Like you said, the black spit at the end of the match, I think maybe this is leading to a Jonathan Gresham faction, maybe, and then it's going to lead to Gresham fighting Ali for the belt.
Do you think Kushida joins this faction?
Oh, because he's been brainwashed by
which this is where it gets weird for me, because that happened, that whole thing, to kind of write him off TV to get him into Super Juniors. But in Super Juniors, he's not having the effect of the thing that happened, even though how kayfabe Impact is.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because then he also showed up again on Impact TV recently, pre-taped, and nothing's wrong with him.
Nothing's wrong with him, yeah. Just grossed out. But with that, we'll go into the main card. We get House of Torture against Chaos and the DKC.
This match sucked.
Yeah. I hate the DKC.
Actually,
it was bad.
This was not a good match in any way.
It was not Rocky's best match. It was this
was my favorite part of it. Everything where Rocky and who was it? Who's on the other team?
Ren Narita.
No, who else was on that team?
Jack Perry.
Everything between Jack Perry and Rocky and Evil, was it Evil?
Mm-hmm.
Was all really good.
Yeah.
Rocky really sold for them, and they put on, so there were some good moments, but I think it's a weird, I think they're doing that because they're going to create some kind of rivalry here because Rocky shows up on AEW all the time, right? So where you can have Rocky put over Jack Perry.
That's true.
I think that's a good stepping stone in someone's career. Rocky's not a small.
No,
wrestler.
It's a big name. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big name.
He's a big name. But House of Torture do go over, like you said, and it went a little too long.
Yeah, it was the in-between stuff for me.
Yeah.
Not a good match.
With the next match, we get the West Coast Wrecking Crew against Tom Lawler and Fred Rosser.
Stop doing this to me. Just give them the titles.
Yeah. I think so. What's the next? There's the next event where they're doing a 4 corners match. I think it's at Dominion.
Yeah, but are you gonna let Royce Isaacs and the other dude win both titles?
I have a feeling it's going to be Bishamon taking it all again.
Okay,
Unless you
wait.
give it to TMDK.
We'll talk about it when we get there because there's something that happens here that we need to talk about. But
Mm.
I think this is still weird. New Japan Strong only has 2 tag teams, and both of them are in
Or
a
Bishamon.
feud. Well, no, it's West Coast Wrecking Crew and then Filthy
Yeah.
McNasty or whatever they're called. And it's every pay-per-view, it's watching these two fight or watching West Coast Wrecking Crew lose. And
Yeah,
they're
they're always the
actually a
fodder.
good team. Like,
Yeah.
if I was gonna give the strong titles to somebody, I'd be giving it to them for how much work they've put in for this
Yeah.
company.
Let them have a good, strong run with it too.
And it's just like I'm finding it really odd.
Well, they do, at least they do get the win here.
When it's well deserved and getting put over by Rosser and
Yeah. Lawler.
I mean Lawler's not taking off the pants and it's really just
It's
fucking
driving me
with my
mad.
head.
I know.
Um
With that, we'll go into our next match. TMDK defending the strong open weight belts against GOD.
I don't understand. Okay, first of all, the match was pretty good actually.
Yeah, the match was good. It wasn't a bad.
The last match was good too, by the way.
Yeah.
Just tag matches. This match was pretty good, and I don't understand the logic of having God win.
Yeah.
Why did you take the titles from them in
It's
the
the
first
same
place?
reason. Why did you take the belts off of Chase and Kenta when you gave it right
Dude,
back to them
the
anyway?
booking for the tag division and except for the junior division is fucking insane. And even the junior division went through that period where it was
Yeah, it was
TJP
kind
and
of
Thing passing it back and
yeah,
forth with War Dogs. And like I'm so confused at the booking of this company right now in general.
yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
It's you're right. It's very almost TNA style booking.
What
Like,
was the point of this? Now, if God, is this because you were worried that maybe God wasn't going to resign and now they're going to resign and you know that, so that's why we were giving them back the
but
belts?
if you're giving them back the belts, then GOD need to win the Four Corners tornado match and give them both belts again.
If they do, then we know they got re-signed.
Yeah, but if they lose, they're gone.
If they lose, this is the thing. So do TMDK win all 4 belts?
Like, I wouldn't give it to Bishamon again.
I wouldn't. Bishamon is just
No,
there to be Bishamon, I'm pretty sure.
unless you give it to Bullet Club and have start like some sort of belt collector gimmick for the Bullet Club.
I mean, that's possible, but wouldn't you be better off giving these 2 titles? Well, actually, because you don't have the Android guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And
would be doing it because
we'll talk
something else
about what I mean.
happens
We'll talk
later.
about we'll talk about what I mean a little later.
But it's just it's an odd situation for me right now
Yeah,
because I
they're
don't
just ping
understand what's
ponging. They're
happening.
ping ponging the belts too much right now, and it's devaluing them because you only have a handful of teams.
And like I know there's not real stories in Japan, and I'm not watching wrestling looking for real stories, but at right now, there's no rhyme or reason for anything that's
No,
happening in the tag division. Every
no,
single event, the tag titles get lost to somebody new. And look at
yeah,
if you look at it, it's like since the Bishamon win the FTR days, okay?
2 years
And
ago almost.
from the FTR days, there every one of the tag belts, not whether it's the strong or the heavyweight,
Juniors, yeah.
the
Oh
juniors
yeah,
a little
the
bit, but
juniors
there
is
is that
different.
period. But there's no actual defenses. Every time they go for a defense, they lose. So everyone has one defense and then loses the belt.
Yeah, it's too much bouncing around, and it devalues. It does like those strong belts don't mean anything.
Why can't anyone hold on to belts? I don't understand that.
Are they trying to tell the story that all these teams are just so good that they just beat each other?
If you're gonna ping pong belts like this, give it to people who are trying to cement their careers. Let let what are they called?
PMDK.
Let FTR win the strong titles because they never won the strong titles, and let the Bucks win the strong titles because they never won the strong titles, and then let the Motor City Machine Guns win the heavyweight titles because they've never won
Because
the
they've only
heavyweight
won the junior
titles,
belts. Yeah.
the juniors and the strong
Yeah.
open weight. Like do stuff like that for me. That makes sense to me. If you're gonna ping pong it, give it to people who are cementing their careers. This
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You gave it makes that TMDK win, like we'll say it, God win, and they win the belts back. So that loss means the win that TMDK had means nothing now.
Yeah, well, they did defend it once.
Yeah, but still,
It makes no sense. You made this big hype about them
yeah,
winning. The only logical thing is that in the 4-way match, they win all the belts.
yeah, and they finally win the New Japan belts because they've never won the New Japan belts.
But then again, constantly putting people double belted makes it so that now you have to lose both belts.
Yeah, you book yourself into a corner again. It's like what they're doing in WWE.
There's other tag teams.
But even in WWE, like what we're saying is like you're booking yourself into a corner. They just spent years trying to figure out how to unbelt Roman Reigns and or the tag titles, even the tag titles for that matter. The fact that they had to go like a ladder match and split them. And now they're going back and they're doing a title versus title match, Cody versus Logan Paul.
So I don't know if you know this, but on SmackDown, they did the contract signing, and in Logan Paul cheated and put in the contract that it's not for the US title, and Cody signed it. So it's not title for title anymore. It's only for the heavyweight title.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now.
But I didn't know that until literally today when we're filming this.
But with that,
but hold on, wait, before we leave, we leave. Why wouldn't you have God win? Okay, you let them win. Have them beat TMDK. Have them beat Royce and Isaacs, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Have them beat
Nelson and Isaacs. Yeah.
Have them beat Tom Lawler's team. Have them beat another tag team. Have them beat somebody else, and then have them lose the title. Why is it immediately on the next match they lose the titles? I don't understand that.
That's what I mean. I think I have a bad feeling they're going to put both belts on Bishamon again.
They really shouldn't do that. That's the worst possible choice, I think.
This is Tanahashi booking, though.
And then what? Oh, yeah, Goto has the record for most
tag belts.
Most tag belts, but then guess what? Every single look how many defenses he has. He has won the belt 9 times, let's say. He has 10 defenses.
Yeah. But
so that means you lost the belt every single time you defended it, except once you actually defended it.
I think they want to take the most title wins as a team away from Tama Tonga.
I think that's silly. That's silly.
He's no longer with the team. Yeah,
that's silly goose things.
But with that, now we'll finally go into our next match. We got Stephanie Vacker defending the Strong Women's Championship against Alex Windsor.
Okay, I just want to say this.
This was a good match.
This was a way better match than I expected. Not that I thought Alex Windsor was bad, but after watching the match at the last event, I wasn't like super high on her. I thought it was really odd that she's even getting a title shot. But I think she kind of did what she could do and let Stephanie Vacour do everything else.
Yeah.
And it played out well. And Stephanie Vacour is the best women's wrestler this year.
Yeah,
and it's not even close. It's not even, actually, Toni Storm is pretty up there. I'll give it that. And Tiffany Stratton was showing really good signs, but after that whole debacle on Instagram, I don't know
what happened. I missed that.
She posted a clip of her running over and like elbowing Jade Cargill off the rope, and it has a voiceover of saying "you black bitch" or something.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's not her singing it. It's like a voiceover clip, and she made the video and posted it herself on Twitter.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like no one knows what's happening right now.
That's why there's all this talks about Tiffany Stratton might be gone.
You could see it. It's on it's everywhere. You can find it easily.
Okay. She took it down now, obviously. I take it.
Yeah, but it's like it's on the internet, man. You're stupid.
Yeah, it's there for life.
Nice.
But with that.
But yeah, pretty good match. Surprise. I'm actually excited to see what else Alex Windsor can do.
And I'm excited to see who the next challenger for Stephanie Vacour is too, because she's been on a pretty decent run.
I think you need to bring in a formidable character from Stardom, maybe Tam or someone along those lines. Like it needs to be a serious match.
Like a Shuri or a Starlight.
Yeah, like a Shuri. That will be a wicked match. Holy shit. Yo, you just nailed it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
And do that at like one of the big shows.
Yeah, have it at Historic Crossover.
Yeah. That would be a good idea.
And then in the meantime, because they have Capital Collision still, which she'll have to defend on.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. right?
Yeah, for now. I think that's it for the year. Yeah. I think they're doing
There's Dominion,
yeah,
which she won't be
yeah,
on. There's
historic
Capital Collision,
crossover for
Historic
sure.
Crossover, Forbidden Door, which she won't be on.
No.
And we're missing one, Dominion.
Yeah, we said Dominion.
Did we say Dominion? There's
Yeah.
one other one that we're not thinking of, but it's like nothing important.
Yeah, it's not a big one. It's not a big one. But Stephanie Vaquer retains. We knew that was going to happen. We knew, but at least Alex Windsor put on a good show for it. And when you know that what the outcome is going to be, at least give me something tangible I can watch. So with that, we're going to LIJ versus the Bullet Club. How the mighty have fallen.
Buddy, he's so bad right now. And I don't even have to say his name. Do we know what we're talking about?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
What's going on?
Bro, he can't even do a Destino.
But if he's hurt, and the reason why if the reason why they took the belt off of him is because he's hurt, let the dude rest.
He literally can't get up to do a Destino.
No, he can't. It was embarrassing. This just proves my point that I don't think they're giving the belt back to Naito.
I don't think they are either. It's going to be Shota.
They gave him the belt just to have that one last run with it and finish the story.
I already see what's going to happen. They're going to give it to Shota, and then you're going to have a really long storyline buildup with him and
Narita
and him and Suji.
Mm.
And Suji's going to win the belt, and then it's going to cause a rift between Naito and the LIJ, and Naito's going to get kicked out of LIJ, and he's going to become the leader of LIJ. Like that's how I visualize it, because I don't think Narita will come back until late. Like those four guys are going to be the people, but you could see right now they have Yuya busy, and they have Ren Narita busy purposely. Ren Narita got his shot; he got put over by Moxley, and he looked really good. He got put over by Suzuki. He looked really good.
Fantastic.
There's a future plans for him, but it's not now.
Narita's 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I could see him winning the G1 next year.
Yeah. So what I see happening now is Shota's going to win the G1. And it's going to lead to him and Moxley at Wrestle Kingdom, where he'll win the belt.
You think Moxley's going to keep the belt that long?
I do. I didn't think so before, but like my buddy convinced me, like really very good.
Well, that's process. Spoiler for the.
Yeah, whatever. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
You're here to watch it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, LIJ does win, but not a convincing win. Are they going to do? I think Suji's going to go after Finley. I think Suji's winning the global belt.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that at some point. Maybe they hold it off until Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
And then listen, if he does that it's a very white belt, silvery, kind of looks like an intercontinental belt. Wouldn't it be weird to see him dragging around both titles after he beats fucking Shota? Like it's your long-term story, but
right?
But I mean, it's possible.
But
yeah, Naito looks real bad, man.
Yeah, he needs to take. Bad. Yeah, he needs to take some time off.
And that's my favorite wrestler, and I'm literally saying that out loud.
Yeah, we'll move on to our next match. The next match we have is Zack Sabre Jr. against Hiroshi Tanahashi. I just put why.
Way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, but Zack carried the whole thing.
I really enjoy watching Zack Sabre Jr. kick the shit out of Tanahashi. And I don't know what point we've come at where a year ago, 2 years ago when we started watching this, that I was like, wow, I love Tanahashi. And now it's like, I love watching him get the shit kicked out of him.
Like, dude, like enough is enough. Like, I get it. You're the president and you want to keep putting yourself over, but
it's fine. I get it. It's a show where you wanted to have two big names and you were Zack Sabre Jr. and you're doing the job for Zack. Good. Congratulations. He wins, by the way.
But what does this do for Zack now? Zack's in limbo.
Zack's in limbo right now, and I think maybe if I was them, I'd have Zack enter into the tag race. Pair him up because I don't know, throw him with Bad Dude Tito or something.
No, him and Ichiban.
Yeah, but they want to keep him in the juniors.
Yeah.
But strong open weight.
Yeah.
Strong, you could do that. Because I think they're looking at some point of Fujita and Robbie Eagles winning the juniors.
Okay.
Junior tags.
Okay, I'll take that for sure. I'll take that. But like you said, Tanahashi does the job for Zack.
It's not.
it
It
was
wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
no, but it's painful to see like like even watching the last match with Naito, it's painful to see Tanahashi like just a shadow of his former self.
Yeah, and this thing is though we've watched the decline of Tanahashi throughout these years that we've been watching
Hmm.
wrestling. Naito went from the best guy in the company fighting Will Ospreay, like those matches, like not the best, but like equal to the top, to like
Yeah,
all of a sudden out of nowhere, it's like, what am I watching? By the way, what the fuck is going on with Sonata? He's not even the top guy in just five
no,
guys anymore.
no, Doki is. It seems
It's
like
Doki or Yuya. Like he doesn't even matter.
yeah,
Taichi's getting more screen time than Sonata gets.
maybe Sonata's hurt and he's taking some time off.
Just we need more
We need a lot of Sonata.
we need some more Miho Abe.
Yes,
That would be nice. And not
yeah,
the one that works on the bell. No.
I know what you're saying.
Not Abe-san. I don't
No,
want
no,
him.
not Abe-san. So with that, we'll go into our next match. This was our meat match of the night. Jeff Cobb defending the New Japan World Television Championship against Lance Archer.
I liked it.
It was a good match.
Do
There
me.
was nothing wrong with this match. It was a fun match.
I love that they made a guy like Jeff Cobb seem like
A powerhouse.
and but they did it in a way that was like, you know, when you're like, oh, we're gonna put British Bulldog, who's a big muscly guy, but he's fighting
Mhm.
Vader, or like
Yeah,
Hogan is gonna power slam Yokozuna or some shit like that, right? But this was
the
like
Lex Luger
that
Yokozuna. Yeah.
exactly. But Jeff Cobb is already a big guy, and to
Hmm.
make him look like he was struggling, but he still kept doing the moves, like
Yeah.
the tour of the islands, he really looked like they were, oh, it's just gonna be so hard, but he did it, and I
He
was
did
like,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the
That was
Spanish
fun.
fly right off the beginning of the match.
Yes. But that was yeah, right at the beginning, before as soon as the
Yeah.
bell rang.
Archer knows how to sell, man.
Yeah. And good on him. That's what he's there for. He's there to put people over now. And
He brought back the classic look.
yeah,
He went full Sister Act 2.
yeah.
And
He's still trying to find it on DVD.
I'll get you a copy.
We can get you a copy. Jeff Cobb does retain, as we thought. Anything for Cobb moving forward?
I don't know what you do with him, but I think you should have him go into a feud with Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
I genuinely, it makes sense
Yeah,
to me.
it makes sense. Riddle never got his rematch.
Right? And there's a built-in storyline. That's why I don't know
Hmm.
why they didn't do this in the first
In the
place.
first
If you were going to
place.
give Jeff the title anyways, why did we go through the whole Zack Sabre Jr. phase?
Or the
And then,
Tanahashi face.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. No, because Matt Riddle beat
Beat
Tanahashi, right?
Tanahashi, yeah.
So you kind of had to have that.
Had to have that. Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, I mean, Cobb looked good. Like Cobb is so underutilized, and I think this is their way of, because Cobb was another one that was ready to walk.
Yeah, for sure. And I see you don't have much longer before guys like Taichi are gonna want to go and
Hmm.
a Great Okan, so they better start like having them be part of some
Yeah,
kind
but
of storylines.
Cobb has already been in the North American scene, so people are still already familiar with Cobb more
Mhm.
than someone like a Taichi or someone. So
But
he has,
easily companies like All Japan will throw money at a Taichi because
oh yeah,
he'll sell enough tickets for a small company like that,
yeah,
right? It would be like having Christians go back to TNA. He's big
yeah. When he
enough.
beat Kenny Omega,
Yeah, exactly. He's big enough that for a small company like TNA, he's gonna sell tickets.
yeah. But with that, we are going into our next match. It is Shingo Takagi defending the Never Openweight Championship against Yuya Uemura. Good showing for Yuya.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is your top guy, I think, right now in Five Guys.
You know what? I actually this is one of the better matches of the night.
Hmm.
Uh,
All
the
the
one
last
thing
the last four matches were very good.
I will absolutely admit that it was 100% of work. You could see the professionalism in it,
Hmm.
but you could tell there was an underlying tone of Shingo being like, I'm the veteran, you're the rookie, and I am going to beat the living shit out of you. Because he
This
was
is
hitting him hard.
your
Like
coming
really.
out party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he did not take it easy on him. He went full
No.
power on him and he
And you
beat the
could see
fuck out of
him.
him.
Yeah.
And you could see Yuya being like, I don't like this. It's hurting me. I want to punch you in the face, but I know what's going to happen if I do something
Yeah, I'm
stupid.
gonna get a receipt.
Yeah. So he just let
But
him fucking beat him down. Like,
Shingo does retain.
yeah.
but he also offers him his hand at the end, the show of respect.
Well, yeah, because I think that was like your
Your
initiation.
initiation, yeah.
They're like, we're gonna put. It's like what they would have done to Shingo back in the days. They would have been like, oh, here you're gonna have a match with Suzuki, and you're gonna get the
Yeah.
shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
And
And I think this is going to lead to a rematch where Yuya wins the belt.
is Shingo the Bob Holly of New
Maybe
Japan? Is that what this is about?
the
Is he the
JBL
JBL?
beating up
uh,
Blue Meanie there.
but you know what? I actually really like this match, and I
Yeah.
think it made Yuya look like a monster,
Yeah. Like
and it made
someone
Shingo
tough.
look like a monster.
Yeah. Someone tough that can take a beating and like not stay down kind of thing.
Oh, I'm all about it.
Yeah. With that, we are going into our next match. It is a no ropes last man standing match for the strong openweight championship. Eddie Kingston defending against Gabe Kidd.
So once again, genuinely better than I would have expected.
There
I'm
is
not a big
one thing though that I hate when they do. It's similar to when people climb the top of the cage and instead of climbing out, they do a moonsault back in the ring.
yeah. Okay,
It's
tell me.
when you count to 9 and you stop the referee from counting because you want to beat him up.
Yeah.
I hate
Especially
that.
when the title only the TV title can change hands on a count out, right?
Yes, but this is a last man standing match though.
Oh yeah. So yeah. I forgot. I legit forgot that's what this was.
Yeah.
This is my problem with this
There's
match.
also times when the referee just didn't count.
By the way, in the last match, quickly, I just want
Mm.
to point this out because there's a video going around from Queen of the Ring where Zoe Stark was fighting not Thea Hill. What's the other short one?
Ivy Nile. I saw
Ivy
that
Nile, and
where
she
she
does the
completely
kick and
misses.
completely misses, but she still sells.
Sells.
In the last match, Shingo's going off on Yuya, and he swings a punch and misses, and Yuya literally doesn't react to it, and it looked like, oh, he actually missed the punch. Where
Yeah.
WWE, they would have just like threw themselves and sold, and I thought that was so smart.
Yeah.
And in this match, there is a moment where a similar thing happens where Gabe Kidd misses a spot, but Eddie Kingston didn't sell it.
Sell it, yeah.
He waited and let him get up and then kick him again.
Mm-hmm.
The walking around in the ring, outside the ring, trying to find the chair with
Yeah.
the barbed wire drove me nuts. Because how
Yeah.
long was Eddie Kingston just gonna lie on the floor?
But that's
while
another
this guy
point.
looked for
That's what I
things?
said. The ref wasn't even counting at that point.
And it's like, and how long was he gonna take to
Yeah.
get the chair? Someone should have ran out and got him the chair.
Yeah, you even hear Gabe Kidd yell, "Where the fuck is it?"
And it's like I was like I for the whole time I thought, oh, he's looking for a table because he wasn't pulling anything out. Then like
No,
a minute goes by and then he starts chucking out chairs. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's looking for the chairs. Then I saw the barbed wire chair come on and I'm like, oh, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah. And that's another spot. Don't give a person a pile driver on a barbed wire chair. You take more of the impact than the guy taking the pile.
Here's the spot that I want. Another one I wanted to talk about where I didn't like it. He sets up a bridge for Gabe Kidd.
Yeah.
And he drops it on the bridge and the bridge falls down. And then Gabe Kidd picks it up himself, sets it up again, and lies down on top of it. Right in front of the camera. He picks up the chair off the floor after taking the spot, sets it up again himself, and then lies down back on top
tries
of it.
to take it again. Yeah. But that aside, this was still a good match.
Surprisingly.
It was, yeah. And like, Eddie Kingston works in these death match type of things.
Did both of them play well to this?
Yeah. And in the end, we do get a new champ. So
not the one I wanted, but I'm just happy to see Zero Belt Eddie.
I think this was two things in play here. One, at the end of the match, when Eddie does that thing with the table, you see his leg smash off that barricade.
Yeah, that was hard. That was really hard.
He broke his leg.
Yeah.
He broke his leg. And the fact that he was able to get back in the ring and take that beating by the Bucks.
Listen, there's no knocking that the guy's tough and that he's a great company man. I don't want this man shouldn't be the champion of an entire company.
He shouldn't be the face of your company.
If you just gave him the Continental belt,
I'm fine with that.
But he shouldn't be the strong champion or the Ring of Honor champion.
This is just, you paid your dues. This is padding your Wikipedia for your career stats at the end.
And I think now is probably like he's never winning again unless it's a tag belt.
Yeah.
Or the trios or something.
But at the end of the match, we do get a new champion. Gabe Kidd is your new champion. And then we get Jack Perry come out and the Young Bucks, surprisingly, leading to their match at Double or Nothing, Anarchy in the Arena, which now is being Eddie Kingston can't participate in.
And I like what they did because they didn't even know this was the case, but because they just happened to plan this scenario, now
He's
you
written
can
off.
blame it on it, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
it was pure
but
fluke.
their replacement now may not even be in the match either.
Yeah,
Darby Allin's concussed.
Yeah.
So who do you bring in? Page?
Page.
Adam Page. Not Adam Page.
No. I think
Hangman Page.
So with Hangman Page, I think that the situation is they want to let a decent little run go ahead for Swerve and let him fully cement himself as a face, like a baby, a white meat face. And then they're going to bring Hangman back as a heel. I don't think they want Hangman to have anything to do with this current storyline, because to be on that team, he'd have to be a face.
Yeah.
If anything, I think maybe they're going to get Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Because he's a company guy. He works well. He's a tweener right now, and you could be like, oh, he was in Ring of Honor with Danielson, so he's doing him a favor.
Okay.
And he also doesn't like the Bucks.
No.
In storyline.
So that works, yeah. Okay, I could see that. But I mean, in the end, we do get a new champion and we get a great storytelling out of this. So with that, we're going to head into our main event of the night. It is Jon Moxley defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship against Shooter Umino.
Solid match.
It was, but to have two of these style of matches back to back, though, is a little too much.
It was.
I mean, it wasn't as gimmick heavy as a lot of Mox matches are.
The thing I didn't like about this match, and I will easily point it out, it's the fact of how much of a beating Shota took and still just kept coming up. It's like, okay, it was fun when you did it once, two, three times, but after the 7th time of you doing it, it's like what is happening?
It's not believable to me at that point.
And now what I think you saw this match.
It takes my immersion out.
Jon Moxley wins. Okay, Shota loses. What I see happening is that they're both going to end up in the G1. Like I said, I think Shota wins the G1. Okay. Moxley is going to face him in the round robin part of it and beat the shit out of him. It's going to be an absolute destruction of Shota. Then that's going to be Shota's only loss. He's going to win everything else. Jon Moxley is going to lose by shenanigans somehow to House of Torture and get kicked out of the tournament in the playoff round. Because
he's going to lose to Evil at Dominion? He's going to beat Evil. Yeah.
He's going to beat Evil. So let's just say shenanigans ensue there. Yeah. So they don't have to face each other in the finals. So the next time you make it seem like Shota's been training and to get there when he gets to Wrestle Kingdom, and then you have him beat Moxley.
So you think Moxley will not lose the belt until?
I think so. I think this is going to be a overcoming of and that's why I think they should face each other again in the round robin part of the G1 to prove that Moxley is going to beat him down.
Yeah, because up next they have Dominion, and then Forbidden Door, and then Independence Day.
Oh, Independence Day is the one we forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Moxley will continue to win. I think he's going to have a Yota Tsuji match. He's going to put him over.
Okay.
He's going to have a Yuya match. He's going to put him over, and he'll fight Evil at
Dominion.
So
who's this Forbidden Door opponent then?
Probably Naito again.
Yeah. Do the rematch there?
I think you want the big names in.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be, actually no, it's not, because we already know who it is. It's he's gonna fight, I think, what's his name? Japanese guy, big Japanese guy.
Oh, Takeshita.
Takeshita at Forbidden Door, probably. Well, actually, wait, at the next pay-per-view, doesn't he fight him?
I think it's at this pay-per-view, Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I think it's at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, Takeshita. He's facing Takeshita at Double. Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita. If Takeshita wins, he will receive a future IWGP match.
Yeah.
So he is beating Moxley.
I think he's going to beat Moxley, and then he's going to lose the future match.
At Forbidden Door, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But Moxley does retain. I mean, entertaining match.
Booking.
Yeah. Like
But it
hire us,
kind of makes
guys.
sense, right? We just
Yeah.
like that storyline makes sense.
Yeah, it's like what we do with our movies and TV shows, what we want to see as well, right? Like
Yeah,
go
exactly.
go check out the X-Men video that Campo and both on Campo's channel and Putty's channel, both of them. They're both good. But I mean, other than that, like I mean, it wasn't a bad show.
No, it was fine.
It wasn't,
It was pretty
top tier. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. To me, it was a mid. I would put this like a 7.3, 7.2.
I was gonna say 7-4.
Yeah, so I
It's
think
certainly worth watching.
yeah, absolutely. We'll give that. I'll keep it
And
at
compared to the last like few things we've been getting from them, like absolutely like worth checking
yeah,
this out.
this one was definitely worth a watch on this one. The show itself, I would say the second half of the show more than the first
I
half
mean,
was
there's
worth.
still good stuff, right? Like the Vacour match was really
Yeah,
good, and
yeah, absolutely.
the match for the X Division title, which wasn't for the X Division
Which
title, was
yeah,
really
the
good.
pre-show match, yeah, which was a very good show as well. But I mean, all in all, it was fun. With that, I think next week is an off week for wrestling reviews.
Yeah, we'll
So
do a state.
we'll throw a state out for you guys next week, and then the week after that
We have
is
more Mount Rushmores. We can give you a
yeah.
couple of those.
So we'll give you a couple of those. But tune in later this week for a surprise video. If you're not subscribed to the Discord, if you're not having that bell on for notifications, you won't know what the surprise video is. So make sure you are tuned in for that. And then, like I said, next week we'll throw a state out for you. And the week after that, you're going to get our Double or Nothing and our King and Queen of the Ring reviews, and then a whole bunch of good stuff. I think the week after that, we're taking some time off because we got a wedding.
We have a wedding.
Yeah. And the day after the wedding is Dominion.
Well, I'm off that week.
So, okay, that works. So on Dominion's on the Sunday. So maybe we can actually watch that and maybe throw in that NXT Battleground review for you. We haven't done an NXT one in a while. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Like I said, make sure you are subscribed so you know when fresh videos drop. Let's just say the bonus video has nothing to do with wrestling this time. So if you're intrigued, make sure you tune in for that. So in the words of Kenny Omega, I bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night. Bank.